guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we have a pretty simple video ahead of us today. I'm just going to be replacing the turn signals, the front turn signals for the Corvette. Not too long ago, my passenger side turn signal went off, just stopped working, like the bulb went out itself, and it started blinking twice as fast as normal. The driver's side was working just fine, so I did a little research, and based on the forums, they just suggested that I replace the bulbs. So that's what I did. I got me some bulbs. Let's see here. These are just Wagner's 4157 NAs, in case you are wondering. I did get the amber bulbs, and we're going to be doing that today. Should be pretty simple. So let's get right into it. But before we begin, I do feel like I owe you guys an explanation as to where I've been for like the last 8 or 9 months. I think it's been about that long since my last upload. To put it simply, things just got really busy. Life really did get ahead of me. I believe in my last episode I was in between jobs, so I've been job hunting during that time. I did get a new job, started back in July. Love the place, with a much higher pay as well, about 25% more, which is fantastic. Did get a new job, also just taking care of the family, the holidays, and just a bunch of different things at once. My son has started daycare as well, so I've been covering the cost of that, and just, you know, enjoying him growing up and all that stuff. Those who are parents, I'm sure, totally understand, you know, they're only young ones. So that's what I've been doing, and also partly haven't been able to really do the performance upgrades that I've been wanting to do, that I mentioned last year when I kind of revamped this channel again. And to put it simply, the reason why is because money is tight. You know, you guys know how it is with inflation and all that stuff right now. So, you know, I have to really, you know, stretch every dollar I have. I'm fine with doing that as long as I can provide my family with what they need. I'm totally okay with that. So I kind of decided to change course a little bit. This Corvette does have some issues. It's not really mechanical anymore. I did get the harmonic balancer fixed. You know, you guys saw that last year. But mostly it is cosmetic. So for instance, I have this floppy mirror right here. Haven't really gotten that fixed. I've been holding it together with duct tape because I'm just that guy. Duct tape fixes everything. Also, there is, if I come over here, a very slight crack in this bumper. That happened when I first got the car, and that's on my repair list. So I do plan on making a video with that. And then also I just do plan on detailing the car in general, cleaning out the engine bay, deep cleaning the inside as well. It's not really dirty, it probably needs a deep clean. Also the seats as well. They are doing that, and also when I brake too hard, they do slide forward just a little bit. So that's also in the works for getting fixed, and just various other like odds and ends here. I actually recently got OEM center caps because I actually had these aftermarket ones that came with the car, and you know, they look fine except for like the blemishes on there that started happening recently, and so I decided just to get OEM ones. Found a really good deal on eBay for those for like $40 before shipping and taxes, for a set of 4. Fantastic. They look great in my opinion. And yeah, I think that those are all I can think of off the top of my head. I have a whole list that I will be sharing with you guys as I kind of, you know, restore the car. Also deep cleaning the wheels and the wheel barrels is one of them, and I do plan on painting my brake calipers red. When I got the car, they were blue. You can probably see it better over here. Yeah, see, I'm going to paint that part red. I'm going to tape off the Corvette part and just kind of overall clean them. And yeah, so that's where I've been, and that's where the direction I'm going to take with the channel for now. Hopefully down the road, when finances get a little better, I can actually start doing performance things. But for now, just want to restore it and make it as pristine as possible. Okay, so we're going to start with the passenger side first. This is the method where we go in from the top to replace the bulb. There is a way to get access from underneath, but the top seems to be the easiest. If you have really tiny hands, I've heard that it's easy to get from there, but I guess I have tiny hands. I'm not really sure. But we're going to go for the top because I don't feel like lifting up the car or anything like that. First thing we need to do is first remove these two screws right here, and they are a T15 Torx. And so we're just going to unscrew that real quick. And after we get those two off, we are going to want to rotate this counterclockwise. Some model years might have like a plastic or rubber cap that you would have to pull off first, but this is a 1997 year model and this does not have that. So we just rotate this counterclockwise, and what that'll do is it will manually raise up the light. Alright guys, so what we got to do next is remove these Phillips screws right here. There were 3 of them. One here, and I don't know if you can see it, but one right there, next to that little twisty thing that we twisted earlier. Okay, so now with these screws removed, go over here, yep, and got these 3 screws removed, we're going to have to just lift this out and slide out. So let me do this real quick. It's a lot easier with 2 hands. All right, there we go, just like that. After that, what we have next are 2 Torx right here and here. Well, let me get the camera there, right there. So I'm going to take those off. Those are also T15s, I believe. And when we take those 2 out, we will just slide this out. Just slide this right out. Boom, perfect. Okay, so next what we're going to need to do is twist this back clockwise to lower the headlight back down into its little hole, because that will create a gap in the front that will be big enough for us to reach our hands down to where the turn signal is and undo that bulb. Okay guys, so just going to show you guys real quick what we're dealing with here. There is that black plastic bit, almost like a little ledge that's sticking out. I believe the light bulb is sitting just underneath that. I'm going to stick my camera down there and see what we're dealing with. Please bear with me. Kind of show you guys what's going on. I believe that's got it. I hope so. But yeah, that's where it is. So we're going to be reaching down there to get that. There we go. Awesome. Okay, perfect. Okay, so I was able to get it out. Little word of advice for those who haven't done it: there is this little tab that you push down, and then you twist it. So I believe it was in like that, and you can't remember which way I twisted it, but you twist either one of these directions. What did help me though is that you see this bit right here, that is that air duct. All right, so that's this piece right here. And what I did was I just kind of pushed that out of the way. So it was like this, right? And so since it's kind of built like an accordion, you know, you have that scrunched up piece right here, you know, it kind of acts as a natural spring. So you can just kind of push it in. Well, it's kind of hard to do with one hand. Push it in and then like down to get it out of the way. And if you have tiny hands, which apparently I do, you can kind of like reach up inside, and then you can use both hands to use the kind of like both, well, let it focus, to press down the pin and then turn it. So that's what I ended up doing. Maybe you can do it with one hand. I couldn't because I just don't have the coordination for that. Using both hands, going underneath here and down at the top or up at the top as well, is what worked for me. So I'm going to replace the bulb, and then we're going to put it back in, and then we're going to assemble everything back together, and then we're going to do the driver's side. I'll just pull it out. Did I break something? Hopefully it's not that big of a deal. Alright guys, so here on my left is the old bulb. Here on my right is the new bulb. You can tell this thing is pretty old and it probably needs to be replaced anyways. And so here's the new one. These should fit. This is what Rock Auto said would fit, and I did cross-reference on Amazon as well. Don't know if that's the most reliable, but what the owner's manual said was a different number. Yeah, the 3150. See if I can get that to focus. 3157 NAK. Rock Auto did not have that option available, and when I type in that number code in Amazon, they did have the bulb available, but it did not say it would fit this car. And someone else on the forum said that this is the one that you need. So I'm going to go off that. To me, that's enough evidence that this should be the right one. Let's hope it works. So yeah, we'll find out. All right, so now in order to put everything back together, we just got to do everything that we did in reverse. So starting with raising this thing back up using this, sliding this back on, and then putting the plastic shield back on, and then I believe just putting it back down, and then I think we got everything. So just a little bit of a hiccup. As I was putting this back down, I was testing, I decided to test the hazard lights to make sure everything worked. You can see this one, which is still the original bulb, is working fine, but this one is not. And I'm going to have to take this back off and figure out what's going on. I just want to let you guys know that it's probably a good idea to test everything before putting things back on. Just a general rule of thumb. I probably just didn't have it in seated all the way. That could be what it is. I'm not sure yet, so I'm going to find out real quick. All right, so moment of truth. There we go. Awesome. Cool. It works. So now I'm going to get all this put back together, and then I'm going to do the driver's side. I'm not going to film that part because you've already seen this. It's just the exact same as passenger side, so we're good to go. And just like that, after replacing both of them, they are working beautifully. You can see right there, one, and there is two. Well guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, don't forget to leave a like. Don't forget to subscribe as well. If you're new to the channel, welcome. If you're returning, welcome back. Hope you guys liked today's video. Again, like, comment, subscribe, do all those cool things. Hit the notifications button, and see you guys in the next video. Bye.